find that stream.
And I'm just gonna check the settings. Share voice. Cool, can you hear me?
Oh, you can.
No, I meant the stream.
And just trying to get the link.
No problem,
I
bud.
can be heard now. Hold on, say something.
Hello?
All good.
Grand. Right, good evening everyone. Welcome to Tier 3, Round 11 here at Azerbaijan, Baku in particular. I'm your comms this evening, King Luckman, and I'm joined by Dan.
Hi.
Audio. Turn that down a touch.
Where is my live stream? There we go.
Perfect, so we got False and Dave that will be out first to set a lap. A few guys opting for the mediums. Steve, Harvey, Bobo and Scotty. So we've got quite a big gap behind Dave and then quite a big gaggle of cars.
What was the dig like here Friday night, Harry? From what I remember, the rears are horrendous.
Yeah, obviously we had a safety car, which again, couldn't get a true idea, but yeah, I believe they were quite high on the rear. I had a bit of wing damage as well, which obviously helped lower the
Yeah.
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 So I can't really comment, to be honest. I can't really make too much of a comment. And you didn't race, did you?
No.
So we're between us. We're good help.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe it suggests
Ooh, that is Rosberg. God, an egg, picking an
that
exit.
is.
Oh man, what happened to him? Exactly the same thing happened LA Friday night, coming out of the pits, and his car just teleported through the wall, and he was knocked out. Exact same just happened to Ross. That is a disaster for Ross.
Yeah, not ideal that. There was another one that I believe may have been the same in Tier 2. Same thing happened. Bit strange, really. Especially this far into a game cycle.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
So Dave is coming round the final couple of corners, if you can call them corners. Fast kinks.
I love this track. Always have.
I know.
I said it's a disaster on pad.
It's horrible on pad. It's actually horrible. As Full Send Dave with a 141.2. Like, that's how I got my wing damage. Just, yeah, straightening up a bit too early and finding a wall. Hindsight 140.5. Nibs of 140.2. Pint size
Tell
of
you what,
143.1.
hindsight's showing a lot of pace since he came back into a full-time seat.
He he was showing a lot of pace Friday night as well in the mix of the Tier 2 lot. Obviously, I believe he may have taken a podium, but yeah, showing
Did
some
you
real
call
good
this
form.
stream Vegas instead of Baku?
No, no, it done it again. If you have a
It's
look at
grand.
my stream from Friday night, it's done the same. It keeps resetting it back to different names, and it's starting to annoy me a little bit. Looks like Chip will be the next one to set a time. Yeah, I'm not sure why it does that.
Shut up, Colin, you prick. I'm not in the mood. Had to get it out.
We
Nice
got
and
some.
stream. He says excuses. I just call him a prick. It's fine.
Yep. Yeah. 100%. Agreed.
Goes without saying.
Yeah. It's just a given. It's like an Osso Bosso penalty.
Absolutely.
100%. It's.
Although,
Is
where
it tier
can you
two?
get track limits on this track?
Yeah.
You can sector 2, the right hander before the castle.
Yeah. And you
The
can.
exit after the castle, isn't it? Second
Yep.
left hander.
Yep. Correct. And then the
And like
exit
turn
of.
14, it says.
Yeah, the exit of that downhill
Yeah.
left-hander.
Yeah.
So also we'll find all three within the first lap. Not a problem. Mr. Penalty Corner himself. So Anderson is also just about to come through the kinks.
Yeah, I was on board on Anderson there for that lap. It was a tidy lap, and he's going to get a mega toe off the back of Gameful.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice. That's definitely worth a couple of tenths.
It looks good. It is pretty good as P5 as a 141.2. Also, is somehow still on the lap. He hasn't invalidated yet. He's just about to come into the castle section now. Not sure if he's going to be the next one to set time. Looks like it could be. I believe it might have been Scotty set a time of 143.3. Not sure who else did as well. It might have been Ninja.
Has Clay dropped the medium traction?
I'm not sure.
I was just on board there. It looked fairly medium to me. Fair play if he has.
Has he not been on medium all season though?
Wow, Clay P11. It's been a while since we've seen that.
Well done. Well done. A 142.4 for Clay.
So next across the line. 42-1 also. And Oliver Richie, wow, just knocks it out of the park.
No problem.
First driver into the 39s. Surprised with that in Q1. But as I said to them, enjoy their last few races here.
100%. Some of these are absolute alien pace. Pretty sure some of these would be challenging for Tier 1, wouldn't they? In terms of quali pace.
Yeah, they'll be there. Scruffy enough lap from Gainful. Surprised with that.
It's not an easy track at all.
Steve going for a second run on the mediums, which is absolutely pointless, but anyway. See, I don't get this. You know, it's a game where Deg is pretty high anyway. So doing a second run on the mediums absolutely negates any advantage of using that medium in the race. Why not just bring 5 sets of softs?
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Harvey 3 fucking laps done on him as well. I don't know. Maybe I've got something wrong, but doesn't make sense to me anyway.
We'll see what happens with Steve. He showed quite a bit of pace in Tier 2 on Friday night. So we'll see if he can find a lap on the mediums. again, I'm in agreement with you. I don't see the point
I
in
mean, I,
ruining a
I
set.
understand one run. I understand one run on him, but with a second run and fucking 2 in laps, 2 out laps, like there's got to be probably 15, 16% wear at that stage. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my theory. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong.
No, agreed. Let's see what these boys can do. Didn't see Steve's first sector split.
Yeah, just under 2 tenths up.
Okie doke. As he's coming through the castle section. Still got quite a bit of ERS left to play around with as well. It's the other thing with such a long circuit in quali is obviously burning too much ERS going down that straight and having your deploy used is going to be really
Yeah.
hindering your lap time. So you got to be strategic with it. Steve is
Yeah.
almost 4.5.
Yeah, purple sector 2 as well. Nice
Yeah.
lap, but again, for me, yeah. Let's see what we can do.
Looks like he's gonna fall victim to the deep oil used.
He got a
He
long ways,
is.
though, to be fair.
He did. It's 4.5 tenths better off. Puts himself P9 on the mediums. So we'll see if he decides to come back out. Marshall just behind him. It's a 141 flat for Marshall. 6.5 tenths better off. James Brown is also coming around.
I tell you what, he is absolutely eating curb.
Yeah, he is. That was interesting then. He was in medium for that little section, then back into hot lap. So we'll see whether that helps him with ERS. It looks like it is going to.
No, he's back in.
Oh, he's decided to back out of that lap. Curly is about to come across the line. 6.5 tenths better off. Puts himself P12. That drops Gainful. It's going to be next, it looks like. And he does need to improve quite dramatically. Needs about 6 tenths. And finds it. He finds 1.7 seconds. Puts himself P10. Scotty is now in danger. Looks like he's just started a lap, I believe.
So you have to be quite cautious on your ERSO and the overtake mode, yeah?
Yeah, you can't just go around hammering it because as soon as you start getting on that back straight,
Yeah.
you pretty much used not necessarily the percentage, but with obviously how much you can use over a lap, sort of thing. It starts to hinder you as soon as you come out of that final kink. I got caught out with it on my first run. You see that you've got 50% ERS left and you just want to hold it down, but
Yeah.
obviously, as you know, that drains it and you've used it up before you've even got to the line. Scotty finds 1.7 seconds, puts himself P11. Good time from
Yeah, big
Scotty.
improvement there from Scotty. That drops Clano into the danger zone.
Yeah. Nerf is on an outlap. He is in the danger zone as well. Chip looks like it's on a lap. So we'll stay on board with Chip for the time being and then jump on to Nerf.
It's probably no great benefit of turning on your ERS to hot tap till you exit turn one, so I suppose, is there?
Pardon?
When do you turn on your ERS from none to medium or whatever?
So I done it coming out the final kink.
Yeah.
Which obviously it resets as soon as you cross the line in terms of that green bar, but I suppose each to their own. It's quite a heavy braking zone into turn one, so you're not
Yeah.
really gaining too much in terms of minimum speed.
Just out with North, he has a bit of work to do to try and get out of the bottom five.
Chip is just about to finish sector 2, and he's almost
See, this,
second up.
this is what I don't understand again. Steve no on an outlap on the softs. Is it not a risk doing a second on the mediums? You're not going to have as much grip, especially at a track like this. One little mistake, I don't know, it's just not worth the risk. North Pack is only slightly up as well, so he needs a mega sector 3.
As
He's going to get a toe
Chip
all the
improves
way to the
by
line.
a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're now under pressure. One little
North Pack
mistake.
getting a massive toe here, lad.
He is, yeah.
It
I'm
is
on
incredible.
board with it. Yeah.
He needs to move to the inside,
Oh,
yeah, and he does. Will that gain him much? Wow.
wow. Yeah, it did.
1.3 seconds in sector 3.
Yeah,
It
it
didn't
did.
give him 1.3 seconds, but it's enough to get him out, and that puts Osso into the danger zone. Oh, that's a cracking lap from North. That toe is probably worth a half second, Perry.
Yeah, he caught. Was it Osso? Or was it Ninja? It might have been Ninja, I think. Yeah, it was Ninja he caught.
Why did Ninja go again?
I'm not sure.
Ninja was on an outlap. Why didn't he go?
Not 100% sure, but Steve is now on a lap. So again, if Steve makes a mistake, he's more than likely out. So it's not ideal. Yeah, I do agree.
I like it's in Q1. Well, in any track really, you'll get 3 runs in. I'm not sure if you get 3 in here though. But either way, anyway, I'll go straight out in a set of mediums, get a banker lap in, go out with a set of softs, but leave myself enough time to do a third run on softs if required. That's again just the way I do it.
Back end was rather squirrely. He's coming up to the end of sector 2. He is improving, half a second up. Who else
That
is
Alpine sounds
improving?
incredible.
It does. We'll see if anyone else can improve behind. Clay is obviously on the lap as well, so we'll keep an eye on Clay. Ninja has decided to try and go again, but he's not going to make it.
I'm not sure. I know North was passing him, but I don't think there was enough. He probably should have got a lap in. Oh, point size validate, so he is gone.
Steve
As is
improves by
Ninja.
6/10. Curly is telling me is a 10th up through the first sector. Also, Bosso comes around the corner, takes big amount of curb.
Yeah, that's a lot of curb.
He's
A proper sector 2 from us, though.
6.5 tenths up. That
And he
could
needs
be
every
enough.
bit of it and more.
Could be enough. Curly's just behind him, and Curly is 4 tenths over. Clay is on the back of Osso.
Is it enough for us? So it's not. It is.
Is.
Drops Curly
It
into the
is
drop
just
zone at
above.
the moment, and he's
Clay
after backing out. Oh,
takes
great
it off
lap
of
from
him.
Clay.
Yeah, brilliant lap.
That's a super lap from Clay. Well deserved. Knocks Osso out, unfortunately, but that's a decent lap from Clay. 41.5. Gets him through to Q2 for the first time in a while, I think. So he'll be happy with that for sure. Point size invalidating.
Curly 2 tenths up. He's just about to cross the line. And he improves by 3.5 tenths. Puts himself P11, so that knocks Osso out. Or did it all? Was it? He was already out, I think.
He was already out.
Yeah, apologies. Yeah, brilliant lap time from Clay there. and very much agreed with the him getting to Q2. I'm sure that'll make his day.
You see, this, I'm harping on about this, but it's just nonsense. I just don't understand the thought process of putting 6 laps on mediums to go and set a soft lap in the end. You know, I just
Yeah.
it makes absolutely no sense at all. You go on a set of mediums to try and not use a set of softs. Anyway,
So we will be quickly losing Osso, Curly, Ninja, Pint Size, and Ross. Yeah, I agree. It's not my cup of tea, but again, each their own, and we can
yeah, but
only
the whole idea of
commentate.
bringing a set of mediums in, you get it, you know, you're on the hards and you're within the medium window and a safety car comes out and you're in the right place at the right time, bang, in for mediums, in for fresh mediums rather than mediums with 6 laps on them. I know, like, alright, the 2 in laps you can take handy enough, but the out laps on this game are more or less flat out to try and get the tyres up for time. So you 4 racing laps on the tyres when you're dropping in from, especially with a heavy track like this. From memory, the rears are lit. Yeah, Clay saying that felt good. It looked good. I was on board with that. It looked tasty. Um, yeah. So
So we have got, looks like Steve. It is going to be Steve. First one set time. We'll
yeah,
check
I'd
the
imagine
tyres.
that's probably his U set of softs from Q1. I'd imagine.
Yeah, correct.
Have I mentioned the broadcast sound is incredible?
It's brilliant. I really do enjoy commentating on this game compared to the last.
Yeah, I was watching. I was looking for streams of Snitch actually a couple of weeks ago, and we were back. I was back as far as the 2020 game, and my God, the game sounded so bad.
Yeah, like broken nails going down the road. It sounded awful. But then some of the camera shots you get on this game as well are incredible. The overhead helicopter one at some tracks.
Yeah, do
It's
you know what?
just
I feel, you know, when you have esports and stuff, and, you know, the vast majority of people here, you know, racing this game, racing online leagues, not everyone, obviously, but I'd imagine a lot, they should really do more for the commentators. You should be able to flick through different angles, you know, different information, things like that would make for a much more enjoyable experience.
yeah, fully agree. Fully agree.
So yeah, Steve, first one on the lap. Predictions for the race. Fucking Burt Moylander driver today for me anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially off
It's
Friday
not
night.
not even necessarily for incidents. You lose an end plate here and the safety car comes out.
We were quite fortunate on Friday with in terms of there's quite a few incidents that were caused by driver error, not obviously malicious driving, but yeah, there weren't many full safety cars. There's a couple of virtuals, so hopefully we can get a couple of virtuals instead of fulls.
Yeah.
May even the possibility for a red flag. Now that would be interesting.
Yeah. It's been a while actually. I think, geez, I don't think we've seen a red flag since Jeddah. Um, Tier 2 Jeddah. I'm going to say season 9. I'm not sure. Season 10 maybe, but it's been a while. I think we've only had one red flag in the league so far.
Yeah. They very rarely tend to come out, which is quite nice, really.
Yeah.
But again, it does. I quite like the idea of it. It spices things up. Steve then a 141.4. Who's that? Scotty next, or Oliver 139.8. Then Scotty a 141.8. Full sender 140.4. Nerf Pack a 141.5. Anderson a 140.7. Both the Williams look fairly strong. Chip a 140.8. Nibs is coming around the couple of kinks.
Let me look around, see what's happening.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
I got Gale for an outlap, and Bobo just about to start the flyer. Ooh, deep into one there from Bobo and the mediums.
Yeah, not a lot really happening, to be fair. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a
Jesus,
lot
cut
of
a lot of
curve.
that curve.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
It's a sweaty race, to be fair. That casting section 26 times isn't exactly pleasant, is it?
No, definitely not. I saw quite a few people taking the escape road there. The thing is, the more times you drive it, the more confident you get. But then
Yeah.
obviously you got to take into account that your tyres are going off.
Yeah, when they fall off a cliff, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's ridiculously hard. So yeah, as I say, that could have got interesting. As I say, yeah, you get a little bit more confident, but your tyres go off, and it's like, oh no.
Let's see what Bo can do. It's going to be a 39.9 on mediums. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yes, fair enough. Hindsight, it's just started a lap, it looks like.
I'll be back down 1 second, but
No problem, mate. Gameful is on a lap as well. Gameful again, another one that took a lot of curb there, but obviously if your setup can allow it, then it's not too much of an issue. It's Gameful now, coming down the final straight. Harvey a 139.5, brilliant lap time. Brilliant lap time from Harvey there. Was not probably expecting that. Gainful then a 141.4. As Hindsight is now about to come through the kinks. Hindsight crosses the line, puts himself P6 as a 140.7. So it looks like James Brown is going to be the next one to set a time. Marshall and Clay is still yet to come out of the pits.
Yeah, James Brown on his first lap, yeah?
Yep, he is just about to finish it.
He ran out of battery very early there.
Yeah.
Decent time, though.
140.9 from James. It's just Marshall and Clay left to set times at the moment. Gainful. Not sure if Gainful's going again. No. Steve, I think he did go again. Looks like he is on a lap.
Yeah, he was 4 tenths up there, I think, at the end of sector 2.
Crosses the line, puts himself P7 or 140.7.
Yeah, Marshall going early as well. I wonder, does he have extra fuel in the event of an validation? Obviously, Marshall and Clay, no time on the board yet, so they have all the work to do. Gainful, North and Scotty in the drop zone at the moment, and quite a bit away from James Brown as well. So they have a bit of work to do as well on their final runs.
Yeah, definitely. As Marshall's got his hot lap on an out lap. Interesting. It's a great lap time from Harvey though, you missed it. It was a 139.5 from Harvey. Brilliant time from him. Don't know if anyone else is on laps. Looks like Anderson is 10th up through the first sector. So Anderson about to finish sector 2. Was a 10th up through sector 1. He is now 6/10ths up through sector 2. So he is improving.
Apologies.
No problem, bud. Anderson improves by almost 8/10ths, puts himself P5 or 139.9. Full Send has just started his lap. Chip is...
Yes. Steve retires. I think he's probably okay where he is, but
Yeah.
don't think he had time to get around anyway. They're just wheeling his car back in, so interesting to see what Marshall can do. Doesn't have a time on the board. Was pretty competitive in Q1. Not even sure if he did one run in this session or not, but currently doesn't have a time on the board. Good to see him back on the full-time seat as well. We know Marshall's pace, just getting back into the swing of things again.
Yep, definitely. I know awful too well. As Chip is only about half a tenth up through 2 sectors. Be interested to see what Clay can do as well. Obviously, putting a bit of pressure on himself to get a lap
I
in.
think Marshall might struggle there as deploy was nearly used out of the S's.
Yeah,
It does alright, but yeah.
Chip was the same. He has decided to come in, so he won't get a lap in. Nerf has just started his lap. And he is almost finished sector 1. Scotty is half a tenth up, or no, he's not. He's 2/10 up through 2 sectors. So he is improving, but needs to find more than that. A lot more than that. Who's we on board with Nerf Black? Nerf isn't. It's marginally improving, but not enough at this rate. Needs more. Scotty improves by 4.5 tenths, puts himself P12, 141.3. Not enough
Yeah,
to go
enough.
through.
Only marginally up as well.
Yeah. He's improves about 1.5 tenths up, but
That's a
again needs to
purple
find
sector
more.
too as well.
Yeah. So what can he find coming across the line? Deploy is now used, and that's quite a long way out.
Amazing how much speed you lose in there.
Yeah, look at that. Lost 2 tenths.
Got gear on the lap as well, I believe.
Clay is coming up to the fast left-hander. James Brown is another one. Looks like he's following behind Clay. Let's see what Clay can do then. It's just coming out of the S's.
Yeah, his battery is gone. He has
Yeah.
deployment, but his battery is gone.
So 142.2.
2 gainful of 6/10, and he needs every bit of it. James Brown 7 seconds, 7/10 over.
You could get a bit of a toe from this Alpha. It's not even Alpha, is it? It's Kick. Don't think he got as much of a toe as he'd like. But he does improve.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he scrapes on in. So
Less than a
140.8.
tenth.
Yeah. It's a brilliant lap time from Gainful there under pressure to get himself into Q3.
Tell you what, it's a nice little time from Anderson as well, isn't it?
Brilliant time from Anderson. Really nice time from Anderson. Again though, a couple of them lads up there have got quite a few sets of tyres to use, so it could be a...
Yeah, I tell you what, it's a storming lap from Harvey.
it was a brilliant lap. I was a bit...
I think, Harvey's quick. He can tend to get a couple of penalties and can tend to get himself involved in incidents a few times, but if you took them out, I don't think he's a million miles off with the Nibs and Bobo and Alwa Airways, these kind of guys.
I mean, he was there or thereabouts for the start of the season and then just sort of disappeared through various things, like say a couple of penalties, a couple of incidents. But yeah, I don't see why there's not a chance for him to mount a challenge next year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely has the pace.
Clay saying he had front wing damage on his old lap, which is
Okay.
a disaster. That's
Yeah.
an absolute disaster. Not sure why he didn't have time on the board. Did he go for a run and come back in, or didn't think he had the
No,
tyres?
not sure. I don't think he had the tyres.
I'll often find as well, I could set a lap with 10 minutes in the session, and you know, with track evolution, sometimes it just doesn't work. As Gainful has left, I'll get him an invite.
Thank you. Let's get the telemetry and all the rest of it back up. So we have got, it looks like, oh, Bobo's had a bit of an instant. He's had to take the escape road. Could give a bit of confidence to the guys behind. So it's gonna be Steve then, first one to set a time. So Steve has started his lap. We'll see what he can produce. Steve then coming out the little kinks. Looks like a fairly tidy lap so far. As he crosses the line and sets a 140.6. Full send, it looks like it's going to be next. Full send sets a 140.5. Bobo 138.8. Jesus. Marshall a 140.4. Harvey a 139.6. Nibs 139.3. Looked like hindsight invalidated.
That's a bit of a ridiculous time, isn't it?
Yeah, stupid time. Absolutely stupid.
Yeah, welcome to Tier 1, Bobo. That's
Correct.
a dead cert. It's absolutely certain. Nibs, probably not too far behind them.
Oliver Richie is another one I'm just on board with now. Another one who could have potential to go up. He's getting a bit of a toe now from a Red Bull. Well done from the Red Bull, choosing the escape road.
Anderson just started a lap as well as Richie on a lap. He is. Yeah, he's in sector 2. So Clay went for a smoke, then didn't think he'd have enough time to get 2 runs in. Fucking bell
Classic
end.
Clay. Classic Clay.
Jesus.
Brilliant.
Although I've been there, now I vape, so I don't miss anything.
Brilliant. So Oliver crosses the line as a 139.3. Less than half a tenth between him and Nibs. Anderson looks like he's going to be next to set a time.
Yeah, showed a lot of pace in Q2. I'm just wondering what kind of a lap he can put in here for his first run. Looks quick.
So Anderson
Comes
decides
back in.
against it. Yeah, not sure on that
Okay.
one. It's
Didn't think it was
interesting.
good enough. Might get another run in, so yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe looking at it, maybe he didn't have enough time.
Clay said he didn't expect to make Q2. Yeah, well, you did, so.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. The chances of Clay making Q2 are the same as Asso not picking up a penalty. Possible, but rarely happens.
Yeah,
uh,
I'd say that's a fair analogy.
got none of the ozone in yet, so if you think the abuse is bad, no. So, Gainful starting his one and only run in Q3. Clay's running no traction. Fucking hell.
No traction.
Yeah, fair play.
Wow. Yeah, fair enough.
That's good going. Although for me, it's although not as bad. Its medium is
Oh,
absolutely atrocious. It's absolutely horrible. No feel at all. Similar to the last game, but not as bad. I cannot use medium or full, but medium. I'll spin on medium. I won't spin with none. It's crazy.
it's weird how that works, isn't it?
Yeah.
As Gameful clouted the castle section, lost a wing. Doesn't look like he's going to be setting a time.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, very Steve. Steve is on a lap, I believe. And he's about 2 tenths up.
Yeah, would be potentially good enough for P5 if he can hook up sector 3. Don't see him hitting a 39, but stranger things have happened. Yeah, decent lap from Steve. Improves by 2 tenths of 40.3. So, good stuff from Steve. Puts himself on the third row provisionally. As Gainful a 204.88.26. The only chance now he wouldn't have of starting P10 is if Clay was in this session. 204.826. At least he said a time.
Exactly. See.
Anderson and Hindsight both on laps as well.
Yeah. quite a few guys. Left to start their laps. As Anderson is rapidly approaching the back of... I'm not sure who that is. Looks like it could be Nibs. Nibs is about to start his lap. So
Yeah, I think he's far enough up the road now.
Anderson's going to get quite a nice tow, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think he's too far away, Harry.
Yeah, he might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Deployment gone very early. It's incredible how much top speed you lose when the deployment goes. That's a nice time for Anderson, though, into the 39s as well. Wow.
And the only lap he set. Brilliant lap time. Hindsight just coming around with a little kink.
Why the violence? You say violence, I say banter. And that's a 39 from hindsight as well. Jesus Christ.
6 drivers in the 39s. And there's Dave's on a lap. He's 1.5 tenths better off through the first sector. He is almost half a tenth better off, half a second, sorry.
Jesus Christ, Richie's up 6 tenths.
Wow.
Next across the line as well.
Yeah, he is.
This could be a challenge. Wow, fucking hell. Sorry.
Bobo's backed out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nibs up 2 tenths. Needs a crack in sector 3. And there isn't a whole pile of time to be lost or gained in sector 3, but wow, that's some lap.
Yeah, good lap time there from Nibs. Proves by about 10.
Marshall puts a P7 as well with a 140.1. Gainful actually managed to set another lap, just thought he had the battery of 41.4 from Gainful. That lap from Richie, my god. There's no way I'm beating that. I'm tier 1.
It's silly,
fucking frauds, the lot of them.
Absolute silly. I think this is going to be the perfect opportunity for me to go and grab a refreshment for race start.
Yeah, so Bobo will be P4 and P5 in tier 1.
It's ridiculous.
Captain Nibs will be P5. Harvey will be P6. P7, sorry, it's mental. Again, you know, it's not always the case between... There is sometimes not always a direct correlation between quality pace and race pace.
No, of course.
Did you say you were coming back?
I will be in a minute.
Yeah. Drive on, I'll finish out the quali and I'll go then. Not sure who we're waiting. Yep, there we go. So confirmation there. Ottawa Ritchie with the fastest time in Q3, 138.6, with Bobo following him on the front row. On the second row, we got Captain Nibs and Harvey, followed by Anderson, Hindsight, Marshall, Fulton, Dave, with Steve and Gainful making up the rest of the top 10 in the shootout. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes as the drivers now head to the race strategy screen to pick their strategies, fuel, and adjust their setups. Back in a second. Oliver Ritchie not sparing his outlap. I will take a look at tyres in a second. Yeah, Marshall on the softs. Either that's just either a mistake from the game or a mistake from Marshall, in my humble point of view. Got quite a mixture of hards and mediums. Vast majority of the bottom 10 on the hards, bar Nerf, Clay and Osso. Most of the top 10 on the mediums, bar Alloa and Harvey. Obviously, you're susceptible to quite a lot of safety cars here, so the hards could work, string them out, I'm not sure. Just going through the tyres there, Harry, if you want to throw them up.
Yeah, they're up.
Yeah, I was just thinking Marshall there on the softs, that's not going to last too long.
7 laps, I think they're probably going to be good enough for. After that, I can't imagine they're going to be any good. But we'll see what happens. Safety cars obviously can play a huge part in this.
Yeah, the fastest formation lap in history from Oliver Ritchie. He's been sitting on the pole on the top spot there for about 3 weeks.
I was not expecting them to be that quick, to be fair. As 5 red lights are out and away we go. It's a good start from Bobo. It's a fairly decent start from Ottawa. Nice and sensible there from everyone. Oh, there's a couple of guys getting squeezed. Oh, spinner. Looks like it may have been Osso.
Oh God, Osso. Yeah, Ninja ended up in the pit lane. Osso gives the position back to their teammates, so... Whoa, no! Bo takes the exit road at turn 3!
Yeah, I thought we missed someone there.
And then turns back into oncoming traffic. That is a dangerous re-entry from Bobo. Definitely, but wow. Who else is wrong?
Plays around, he's lost a one as well. Yeah, he's lost a couple of end plates. Surprised that isn't a VSC. Ross just coming past it. Oh, Clay's trying to get himself going again.
I have no idea what happened there, but all I saw was Bo in the exit road and a very, very, very dangerous re-entry from him as well, so wouldn't be surprised to see that reported. Other than that, and Clay, I presume Clay just dropped it on his own. I didn't see anything major.
Oliver has been dropped by Harvey and Nibs.
Yeah, I'd assume he has wing damage.
Yeah.
He definitely looks to be braking really early.
It does, it looks like the right hand side.
Osso's gone.
Yeah,
where was that? That's a safety car.
He has lost it.
That's at the that's on the back straight.
Yeah, it's on that left-hander.
Wow, Osso didn't even last long enough to pick up the fucking penalty.
Gutted. Absolutely gutted.
God, what happened there? Oh no!
Lobby reset.
Oliver Ritchie, from what I can see, just overtook the cars ahead to get into the pit lane.
Yeah.
And that absolutely will not be removed, and he's going to serve it now, which is going to cost him.
Massively. Yeah, massively. Well, I'm up for a lobby reset to allow Osso to at least get 3 seconds worth of penalties.
I'm not sure what Oliver Ritchie was thinking there. That was absolute insanity from him. So insanity.
If I'm correct with the Bobo situation, I think Oliver and Bobo... I think Bobo is about to wipe out Oliver, I think, and had to take the escape road. I don't think he had a choice.
Yeah, Nibs boxed for hards. Why? Why? Yeah. Does he think there's enough safety cars that he doesn't have to box again? That's a big mistake from Nibs for me. Very, very big mistake.
I agree. He's now in direct competition with his championship rival, when he could really be having sort of 10 cars worth.
Yeah, we'll see where we are in 24 laps time, but for me, that's a massive mistake from Nibs.
Yeah, I agree. I I agree. Um, but like you say, Tier 3 throws up all sorts of weird and wonderful scenarios.
Yeah, look, obviously they have the pace and the cars ahead, but the only real overtaking spot here is turn one. There's a few other places, so you'd be held up for a lap. You could lose a couple of seconds on a lap. So, don't know. Let's see. Tier 3 has a way of proving us wrong.
It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. It really is going to be interesting. Especially with this restart.
Who are the biggest winners and losers out of that? We got Harvey up 3, Hindsight up 4, Anderson up 4, Dave up 4, Steve up 4, Chip and James up 5, Scotty up 6, North up 4, Curly up 7, Point Size Geezer the biggest winner up 8, Marshall down 5, Gainful down 5, Nibs and Bobo and Oliver Ritchie starting P1, 2 and 3 find themselves P14, 15 and 16 after not even just starting this third lap, albeit under the safety car. So wasn't expecting that, if I'm honest.
The
Obviously Oliver Ritchie, I've a moment of madness there. That 10 seconds costing him severely in the pits. Obviously only on lap 1, the field is still bunched. Bo potentially had damage from going deep, but Nibs, I flabbergasted with that one.
Yeah, what's happened
Oh
here?
wow,
What has happened here?
that's in the pits.
No, Gameful's spun it on the exit 2, I think. Looks, oh, he's lost a wing as well.
Okay, Nibs has wing damage, so yeah, fair enough. Thinking that, I was like, because I didn't see any wing damage or anything that would cause wing damage, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. But then it's played into Marshall's hands a little bit here. Obviously, he's starting on them softs and now opens up his race completely. He's not tied down to having to make another mandatory tyre change as such.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Race.
Even if there's another safety car too, there's no way these guys are going to the end on the hards for multiple reasons. They probably last with safety cars, but guys will pit around them. I don't see it happening anyway.
No, I agree.
But that's just me and my humble opinions.
Your opinions are usually correct.
They are, to be fair.
I hate to say it. I hate to say it. It actually pained me to say that. You should see the look on my face.
Oh no, Gainful got fucking wing damage when he went deep into turn 3.
Yeah, I did.
Disaster for Gainful. Yeah, end plate.
Yeah. As the safety car is in this lap.
Yeah, Harvey's
So,
backed this up, but he's not doing.
I wasn't expecting this to be the top 5 after.
No, absolutely not.
The first, well, maybe 5 or 6 laps, to be honest. So we'll see what them guys, the faster guys, can do.
Don't like these. Yeah, he goes fair enough, and he's caught Hindsight napping as well.
Done well there. Clean getaway from everyone.
Yeah. Good to see.
Very, very good to see. So let's see if
Oh
we can,
no, we're 3 wide in turn 3. That's not a good idea. And they all farm themselves up. Oh, Marshall, 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Think he gives a position back, but was there a yellow flag?
I'm not sure.
Didn't think there was, but fair enough.
I don't think I saw one. So Harvey
Ross got past Bo. Nibs up to P11.
Harvey has created a 1.8 second gap and has quite a bit of battery. So
this is what I was saying. Bono was caught behind a couple of cars ahead. It's a difficult place to overtake on. I have no idea how Nibs jumped up to P11, but he did.
neither do I.
Harvey is absolutely smashing it up front.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
not going to want to see another safety car or VSC
No,
anytime soon.
no. Steve as well is in a pretty good position. In fifth, got Chip in sixth. Scotty having a fairly decent race there in eighth. Nerf back in ninth. As it looks like Scotty's making a move on James Brown. Goes down the inside. Gets the move done. Looks like Nibs has made it past the Alpine of Oliver
You
Ritchie.
see, I don't. I got to be honest, Harry. I do not like moves into turn 2 on the inside. It's just stupid as far as I'm concerned.
It's a tight corner if you are on the inside.
It's impossible. It's hard enough to take the racing line through that turn.
Yeah, I mean, I got caught on the outside, and the car on the inside has no choice but to come to the outside. So yeah, it's not a turn you could really go 2, even 3 wide in, as we've seen.
Yeah, I agree. I'll tell you what, Harvey's absolutely commanding this race so far.
He is, yeah. As Nibs is trying to make a move past Nerf as well.
Yeah, also wants to know what penalty he has for
Nerf's
next
lost
week.
it. Nerf lost it.
That could be a VSC. He's gone backwards as well.
He took a bit too much curb, it looked like.
There's a wing, but it's off the racing line, so should be okay.
But this has now released Nibs to try and make a move on James Brown. Try and create a bit more of a gap. Chip makes a move past Hound. There you go then, Nibs down the inside of James Brown. Nice little move there. Oliver Ritchie follows him through. Marshall has just joined the party as well.
Quite a bit going on here, isn't there?
Yeah, there
it's
is.
kind of hard to know where to look at the moment.
I'm trying to just...
There's a split, but it's close in a lot of places.
Full Send has made it back onto the back of hindsight, which has now created a little bit of a train from 2nd down to 6th. And then there's this big train from 7th all the way to 12th, which is where Bobo is at the moment. Not really making too much progress. Oh, Nibs has not got a wing. That's a VSC.
Yeah, Scotty, yeah. That's an unfair penalty. That'll definitely be removed if reported. That's a VSC. Scotty dropped it at the castle. Nibs hit the back of him. Totally unfortunate for Nibs. But he now needs a full wing and he has to pit.
Yeah.
That is not good. If the VSC stays out long enough, it won't be as bad. But that's just a disaster for Nibs. Disaster for Nibs. Yeah. I can't see a Scotty got any damage. And he's boxing. Is he boxing? Yeah, Scotty's boxing, so he's lost some part of his wing. Oliver Ritchie lost an in plate as well. Yeah. And Nibs in also. Disaster. Nightmare scenario there. And Nibs' race goes from bad to worse. Harvey boxes for the hards. 3 pit stop. Maybe a good idea. He's net P1. 18 laps. Probably doable.
Yeah, Nibs got held there as well. For some reason, I'm not sure why. Yeah,
was that a good idea for Harvey? That's a cheap pit stop.
It's a very cheap pit stop. I think it's a great idea. They'll
Yeah,
definitely go to the end.
I always find myself second guessing in that scenario. They'll get to the end for sure, but
Yeah. Oh, it's not virtual. It's a full safety car.
it says virtual.
No, it's a full.
It's a full, but it says virtual. It's a virtually full safety car.
It's a virtually full. Yeah. I like
It
that.
says virtual, but Burt is there
It's
for sure.
just ridiculous.
Anderson looks like he's trying to overtake him. Does he not believe that it's a full safety car? Not sure what the guys can see on screen, but it certainly says virtual for us. And that you know what? That's an even better pit stop for Harvey. So a couple of these laps will be under the safety car as well. Will anyone take the opportunity to box? Curly and Scotty on the fresh mediums, they'll have to box again. It's hard to even know who's after stopping.
That's not.
So your top, your top five need to stop again, as does Geezer. Everyone else can go up to the end.
Not as bad for Nibs then. Obviously, having to take that wing, but it's under a full safety car instead of a virtual.
But he's dropped onto the mediums after pitting for the hards. I'd have stayed on the hards. I think there's no way the mediums are going to the end from here, no matter what lap you're on. Even Curly and Scotty, they'll have to pit again. Anyone on the hards, I think they'll have to pit again. Maybe they won't. The only one that might potentially get to the end here is Harvey and Gainful, maybe North Pack. That's just my opinion. Steve as well. But yeah,
I think I believe I pit around this lap. And to be fair, I didn't have too much wear on the tyres until I switched to mediums under the safety car, so it will be interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah, the safety car almost certainly be in the end of this lap as well.
Yeah.
I suppose with the guys that haven't pitted yet, it's just a question of if there's another safety car or not. Certainly the medium runners, anyone on a medium of any sort, will probably need to box if it comes out again. Just looking around at fuel lights as well, Marshall has his yellow light on, everyone else doesn't, so he must have underfueled by a ridiculous amount. If he's on a yellow fuel light, he was on a yellow fuel light at the race start. This is the second safety car and he still has it. He must have underfueled by a couple of laps.
Yeah, I think he was obviously hoping for the old safety car. As we said though, it's such an easy track to
oh yeah, of course. Do you know what? That safety car does not suit Harvey. He was over 3 seconds in the lead, finds himself P6, albeit on fresh tyres, but not where he wants to be. We got James Brown and Marshall on a 10-second time penalty. Marshall's for overtaking on the other flags. Not exactly sure what happened there, but James Brown, if he appeals that, I'm quite certain if it's served within the first 75% of the race, that had to be removed. There was a bit of chaos ahead of him. Scotty catching the wall, the barrier, through the castle, catching Nibs and Alloa, and obviously James Brown, he got that penalty for hitting Alloa, so if he serves that within the first 75% of the race, it will be removed as long as he can provide. Race director and the safety car is in at the end of this lap.
Oh, I couldn't have summed it up any better myself.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
Nice and easy. That was lovely. That you can come back more often.
Anderson, when will he go? It's a long old straight. He's getting ready
now.
He needs to keep weaving. Don't take him all the way to the line, please. It's always carnage. He goes.
Right, hold up.
Not quite. Captain Hindsight getting jumped. He's going to make a move up the inside. He goes to the outside.
Harvey then makes it straight past James
Brown. God, Captain Hindsight taken. Anderson into turn 1. I didn't think it was the most logical restart, but yeah.
It's a fairly clean restart though. I do like that. Harvey making the moves up nice and early, which you'd expect to do him on 6 laps.
Do you know what? Do you know what? That was absolute quality from Full Send Dave. Harvey clearly ahead on the inside. It's his corner. Dave breaks early, leaves him through. Love it. Absolutely love that piece of driving.
Oh, not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Anderson is lagging a small bit, so...
Yeah, it looked like he just stuck himself into a wall.
Oh, wow. That's
Oh,
clearing the wall as Holloway went past him, and that's going to be... nothing, thank fuck.
yeah.
Not sure exactly what happened there. All about Richie making the move on Clay, then Clay ends up with no wing, so we'll have to see about that after.
Yeah, correct. Anderson is sticking with hindsight. Harvey's now joined the back of them both.
Hindsight has absolutely rinsed his entire battery. That's not great.
No, not at all. It's pretty difficult to recharge around here as well. Just naturally. Without obviously having to play around with your modes. Oh, it's Harvey. It's the back of Chip.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm getting a bit of lag here.
I'm getting quite a bit from...
I don't know, is it me or is it Anderson? Anderson definitely.
Anderson. Yeah, it's Anderson.
Yeah.
I think that's what's just caused Chip to break so early, which obviously...
Oh, he's lost James Brown, I think. Some stupid moves into turn 3. Anyway.
Marshall.
Oh, and a stupid move into turn
yeah.
4. And that is Marshall with no end plate. I have a headache. Oh, wow. That's Geezer with no end plate. Collision with North Pack. No, Harvey with a warning. Disaster, a penalty for Harvey. That's not good for him. Harry, do I still have you? Maybe, maybe not.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There you go.
Your mic is muted, I'd say, but
Yeah, it keeps disconnecting.
I'll tell you what, it's scrappy. It's very scrappy.
That 3 seconds could be very costly if there's another safety car.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. He's gone from a good position to a world of pain, as I pointed out on the formation lap. Or
I know
in
why.
Q3, he's susceptible to a track limit penalty.
I know why. He doesn't have any end plates. He's lost both his end plates, so he's struggling.
Both end plates, okay.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Both of them, I believe, it looks like, especially on the stream. Yeah, he's lost both of them. So that's why he's struggling to keep it between...
That's going to be a world of pain. He's going to have to box the end of this lap.
Bobo...
What third is he going?
Has just come onto the back of his gearbox. Oh,
and that's Ross gone.
Yeah.
That's a safety car. That might suit Harvey down to the ground.
Oh...
Oh, Captain Hindsight, did he miss the pit? Ah, oh, disaster for Hindsight.
It's a full safety car.
Everybody else in, that is a nightmare for Hindsight.
Yeah,
absolute
definitely.
nightmare.
definitely. Oliver stays out. Nibs stays out as well.
14 laps.
Nah, it's tough
Yeah,
ask.
some of them guys started on medium, so oh, three of these safety cars and the VSE have been caused by drivers losing it themselves.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it's not malicious
Everyone now
driving.
from P8 down on fresh mediums, and guys ahead are absolutely screwed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not ideal.
No.
Um, yeah,
He's kept going, fair play.
they're not going to have enough time to get in and out, are they? Before this slot come round.
Whatever but cars behind, I think hindsight has to suffer the pain here.
Yeah,
It will be a
definitely.
good decision to pit, even
Yeah,
though it's from P1. It will be a good decision to do that.
yeah.
Stops, and he's the only one not to pit. He has to pit. He doesn't have a choice, in my opinion. Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
dear.
He looked like he was in for a race win like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, how
Hindsight is going to come in, and it's pain, but it's the right decision.
brilliant decision. Brilliant decision. Let's see if he gets back out then.
He's
Not gonna
probably going
get.
to come out behind Gainful, I'd imagine. Somewhere between Gainful and Full Send Dave. As I said, it's pain, but it's pain that he has to take.
Yeah, agreed. He's gonna come out, yeah, in that gap between False End and Gameville.
The front five can go to the end, but by God, them tyres are going to die at some point.
Which is the only real thing that hindsight can grab onto at the moment is
Captain Nibs can't go to the end, I don't think. But well,
uh,
maybe he can, but
depends how much punishment he puts through him fighting Oliver and Steve.
yeah. I will be back in a second. I'm going to use this opportunity to relieve myself.
Not a problem, bud. You go and do what you need to go and do. Go and visit the little boy's room.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So we are just waiting for safety car to pick up the last of the stragglers. So I'd imagine, hopefully, as Harvey picks up 10 seconds speed in the pits. So I'd imagine that the safety car should hopefully be in this lap.
I've just noticed as well that it's telling us it's a VSC, which it's not.
Yeah, done that as soon as it come out. It's certainly an interesting old game.
Yeah, Clay dropping back in for the mediums again. I probably would have stuck on the hards. It's just, it's yeah, funny old game.
Very funny old game.
And we're going to probably get the safety car for another lap unless Clay's flat on that pit stop. It would suit the guys ahead. It would definitely suit the top 7 to have another lap, and we will have another lap. Unless it's a late call. Kind of difficult to anticipate how this is going to play out, if I'm completely and utterly honest. It's the 3rd safety car, so we can have another 2 potentially, I think. You gotta say, I can guarantee you. Ooh, why is that? Harvey's into the pits again.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. It's like 2nd or 3rd time he's been in.
Everybody that doesn't have a penalty, and that's Harvey serving a penalty. So, is it in the first 3/4 of the race? It is, I'm going to say, just about. That's a wing as well. How does that happen?
Leslie may have taken back someone. Easy enough to do.
Oh, bollocks. My battery's gone on my vape. Back in a sec.
No worries, bud. So I'd imagine that the safety car is going to be in this lap. So we'll see what sort of getaway guys can get.
Interesting point to note, Harry. There was a couple of guys there with unfair penalties, or potential unfair penalties. James Brown, I'm pretty certain, is an unfair penalty. Marshall, not sure so much. Lap 19 is 75% of the race, so any potential penalties that were serving the pits that the stewards deem applicable will come off, and that could prove costly or beneficial for someone in the end of this race.
Yeah, definitely.
Although Richie is gone and the safety car is stopping him, fucking hell. This is carnage.
Yeah.
This is awful.
Mental. Yeah, this is going to be mental.
Yeah. We've told people about this before, and that's hindsight with a drive-through for overtaking before the start-finish line, I believe. Oh, God, yeah. Wow. This kind of race has everything, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Especially when that probably could have been avoided. Full send, looks around the outside again for gets the move done before the braking zone. He's up to P6. Nibs wants to be making this move past Oliver. Steve just falling slightly off the back of them two ahead, and he has got Nerf back behind him.
still 10 races, 10 races, 10 laps to go in this race that has seemed to be going on for the last 3 months at this point.
I was about to say, 10 races left. Jesus Christ.
Be interesting to see what happens in terms of pit stops. Who tries to hang it out and who gives up.
I can't see your top two, either of your top two, pitting. The only time I can see them pitting is if they think they've got a bit of a gap back to who likes the Steve,
Yeah.
Nerf, back hindsight, etc. I mean, they've gained 2 seconds in just that restart.
A lot of guys rinsing their entire batteries.
Yeah. Hindsight then makes it down, or makes it 3 wide. Someone's making it 3 wide. Full send
And
by
that's
the looks
Nerf
of things.
out. That is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
It was mental. I don't understand why that needed to be 3 wide. I don't know who that was. Anderson looks like.
That is...
It is, yeah. Yep. Bobo somehow overtaken full send. Full send has left the session. You right to fire him an invite?
Yep.
Because he's being overtaken left, right and centre. So, Nibs and Oliver have created a bit of a gap now back to Steve again. Bobo is trying to hunt down Steve. Has much fresher tyres as well to be able to do that. Let's see if Nibs makes the move on Oliver. Looks like he has the wings. Goes round the outside, gets the move done before the braking zone. And that is back up to P1 for Nibs. It's been an eventful race for him. But they have now created a 4-second gap back to Steve. And they are going to be used in each other's DRS. So keep an eye on that gap as Bobo goes down the inside of Steve. Steve doesn't fight it too hard. As we've lost James Brown now. That was borderline to a yellow flag.
I think we've reached our allocation of Burt Mylander. Thank God for that.
Correct, yeah. Obviously a shame for James. But
yeah, it's only a matter of time before Bo catches onto the back of this.
yeah.
And his tyres can certainly go to the end. Captain Nibs is going to be in trouble by the end. Aloha probably can hold on a bit longer, but for how much?
The only thing that obviously is going to help him is DRS, but how much is that really going to gain? Down 2 straights of quite a big track. Nibs does set the fastest lap. Bobo responds. We've got 7 laps left. Oh, it's Oliver looks to the outside. Yeah.
Gameful has dropped it. Has he dropped it? Or
Not sure, mate, to be fair. That does look like he may have lost it himself.
On the exit of 2?
Yeah.
Not sure. Not sure. He
That
was a
has,
bit far away from the exit to drop it on his own, I think. But tell you what, Bobo only taking in 4 tenths
yeah.
in a couple of laps. So yeah, he's closing it in there now. Yeah, they're going to hope to slingshot this all the way to the end. I would assume Nibs and Richie.
Yeah,
There's no
100%.
way they can hang out with looking at how fast that gap is closing.
To be fair, the field has started to spread out a little bit. Harvey picks up another 3 seconds, so his day has gone from bad to worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Oliver looks to be going on the attack into turn one. Nibs isn't going to fight it. He knows what's coming. But Oliver has used a hell of a lot of battery to make that move. So again, Bobo looks like he starts to rein him in, and then that DRS just keeps Bobo at arm's length. So these two really don't want to fight too hard. Steve now has Marshall for company. Steve going really well this evening in P4. It's good to see. Clay, another one having a good race currently in P9.
Yeah, he's doing all right,
He
Clay is.
is. He's in a good spot.
Yeah, Bo's catching him at a rate of knots at this point.
Yeah.
I'd be absolutely shocked if we don't see Bo on the top place of that podium by lap 26, but let's see.
So Nibs opening up the DRS, goes down the inside of Oliver. Again, gets it done before the end of the braking zone. Oliver thinks about trying to fight it, but doesn't. And then that now restarts the process of Bo trying to catch him, which he's doing a pretty good job at the moment. Marshall's now going to line up a move on Steve. And he does, gets the move done. So that's now Marshall up to P4.
Yeah.
Scotty and Curly having a little ding-dong battle.
Yeah, a bit stupid to be overtaken there, to be honest.
Yeah, not an ideal place to be going too wide through here either.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Chip now trying to think about a move as well. Look at that, 1.2 seconds between.
Yeah, Bono
Yeah,
within touching distance of
yeah.
DRS on Nibs. Won't get it this lap, but will get it the next one. I will be pretty confident with.
The
Them 15 lap
next,
all mediums have to be absolutely hurting right now.
the next person we need to start keeping an eye on now is Marshall as well. That gap appears to be coming down a little bit. Has much fresher tyres.
The DRS is slingshotting Richie and Nibs along, but I think Bo is just too close for it. He should be up to the back from by the end of this lap.
They're not gaining enough down down the
No.
DRS straights compared to what he's gaining just sector 2 alone, where obviously all the mechanical grip is needed. And I think by the end of this lap he will be in DRS of Nibs. Scotty again trying to look for a move on Curly.
Captain Hindsley with the fastest lap, 1:41.6.
He's
Bo
back
now
in.
within DRS.
Yep, he's back in.
And it's just a matter of time before he picks the two of these off, I would think.
Let the fun begin. I'd imagine that Nibs is going to go straight on the attack here. Try and
Doesn't have a
create...
choice, really.
No, he doesn't. Try and create a buffer between himself and Bo, but...
Oh, squirrely from Bo there.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen Bo under pressure. Don't think he'll be close enough on this lap, but... question, are we in the comms chat? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All good.
As Nibs still isn't quite close enough, I don't think, to make a move into this next braking zone either. Which is just giving Bo the opportunity to recharge a little bit.
Kind of has to do that now. I'll be recharging to find Bo for the next lap or so. Guys ahead rinsing, trying to keep each other behind. Just stay where you are, recharge. Your tyres are 6 lap pressure. Just chill and see how it ends up.
Scotty does make that move past Curly, as so does Chip. As Curly thinks about trying to keep it down the outside.
Scotty is hitting walls
did.
left, right and centre. That's definitely end plate damage. Chip only has 1 end plate. Also, Curly's are intact.
See what Nibs does here. Again, he's probably a little bit far back at the moment. Needs to be sort of 6/10 coming out of this little section to have any sort of chance of making that move. Looks like he's probably going to be a bit too far back, and he is going to start coming under pressure from Bo as we speak.
That camera view is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
Only another couple of laps for Bo, and he's pushing. His battery's gone as well, so it's just a case of tyre management at this point. Yellow flag. That's a Mercedes. Is that Harvey?
Yeah, it is Harvey. Yeah.
Harvey, disaster for Harvey as Clay goes through now as well. You know what? I'm not sure if this is over between the top 3. This is almost a replica today. Just waiting for someone to bin each other at the exit of turn 3.
I haven't watched today, to be fair, so I wouldn't know what happened.
Yeah, Bo definitely has the grip, but does he have the laps left? I don't know. He needs to stick nice and tight to the back of this. Richie is the one in danger at the moment. He won't have DRS on the back straight. The other two will.
As Chip and Scotty are having a little battle as well. Scotty down the inside of Chip, hits
so
the wall.
Stupid from Scotty. Why?
Chip comes on a switchback.
But Scotty has no end plates at this point, and he's still battling Curly. Jesus Christ.
No words. Each of their own.
Yeah. I'd say the front 4 is to be... The front 3 is where it's at for the last couple of laps, Harry.
Yeah, definitely.
Bo's just dropping back. I just don't understand. And he's dropped back again. The tyres can't be gone. I just think he's making the wrong decisions. He's catching a lot of curb, and he's not going to be close enough to Nibs. I don't think.
Nibs needs to make this move
he
now.
Although Richie is flat out. Nibs isn't close enough.
No.
And Bo isn't close enough.
We are on the penultimate lap of this race. He's close enough this time, though.
He's not. He's catching.
No, he's not.
Bobo's catching so many curbs. That's what his entrance is perfect. He's catching curb, and his exit is slow. And there's one last chance. to make an overtake, and that's into turn 1, turn 3 potentially, but turn 1 is going to be where the big one is. And battery wise, they're kind of similar.
Yeah.
Bo is recharging, massively. He's on no ERS. Either is Aloha. He's going to try to defend. Captain Nibs is deploying a small bit, and Bo's going to have full battery, and that's where it's going to be. And let's see what happens. Hopefully they take each other out and Marshall wins, because he's my teammate.
I wouldn't mind that, to be fair, for the constructors, but again, Nibs gets close and Oliver just finds that little bit that he needs to just pull away a touch. Again, he's going to do it there again, yeah.
Bo catching curve. He needs to avoid it this time, because this is the last hurrah. Better exit this time. And Nibs gets caught on the curb. So does Bo. They're going to be deploying like a mother at this stage.
Nibs
This is potentially it. Scotty's gone.
Yeah, Scotty's gone.
Can Nibs get close enough? I'm not sure he can. Potentially. Don't think he can. Olo has out of battery. Nibs, no, he's not close enough, and Bo just sits where he is. Oh, Nibs catches the wall. Is that in play potentially for Olo Richie? Final attempt now for Nibs. Bo take far too much curb. Bo gets a better run. This is practically it. It could be a toe to the line as well.
Definitely
Harry.
Good, yeah, good. As Nibs goes defensive on Bo.
I tell you what, it's some job for Richie and Nibs on 20 lap ball hards, and Nibs even more so, 20 lap ball mediums. It's ridiculous.
Agreed. But his tyres must be absolutely destroyed now.
Yeah, they can't be healthy at all.
No, and this is probably why
he's going to need the toe off of Aloha if he needs to stick behind him, deploy and DRS, potentially take it to the line, but he just doesn't want to get caught by Bo.
So Aloha currently is recharging massively. He's on 50%. We've got Nibs, who's on medium with 65% battery, and Bo, who's on 70%. They are deploying.
Bo with a slow exit again. Yeah. Bo's exit are just slow. Can Nibs take Aloha Richie to the line?
I don't think he's going to have the tyres. I don't think he's going to have the tyres.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the rear grip, and he's lost it now to Aloha, who will take this race win. Barring anything magical.
Brilliant.
Nibs just needs to stay within DRS.
Oh, Bo's going to take it.
Bo is pushing, and he has the slipstream as well.
To the line.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Nibs has the deployment. Oh, Nibs squeezing. Does Nibs have enough?
Oh, he's going to have it.
Nibs.
Yeah, he's got enough. He's got enough. He's got enough. He's got enough. He's got enough.
Oh, wowza.
What a race.
That's mental. That is mental. Marshall taking a nice P4.
Yeah, what a
That was insane.
Steve, brilliant performance there from Steve, and P5.
Yeah, cracking drive from Steve.
P6 for Chip, P7 for Curly in the end. Clay, hats off to Clay there. That's a P8, no traction, multiple front wings. Looked like at one point he probably may have pit and quit, but didn't, and look at that, come away with a P8, so just goes to show anything can happen. Anderson will take P9, Harvey will take P10 on track, but I'd imagine he's going to take P11 after penalties, which is correct. What happened to hindsight? Lost hindsight. Full send didn't come back in. Pint size crosses the line. Wow, what an ending!
Yeah, mental.
It was a slow burner, that one. Didn't really feel like we were going to get too much excitement at one stage, and then all of a sudden, Bo makes it exciting. Brilliant drive there from Oluwa and Nibs. Absolutely fantastic on that lap old tyres. So just confirmation then. Oliver P1, Nibs P2, Bobo P3, Marshall P4, Steve P5, Chip P6, Curly P7, Clay P8, Anderson P9, Gameful P10, Harvey P11, Pint Size P12, Hindsight P13, False MP14, Scotty, James Brown, Nerf Pack, Ross, Ninja, and Osso did not finish. So we will get your podium sitters into the chat.
Any invites? No idea why I don't have Oliver Richie as a friend. Should.
I think I do, if not, I'll fire him an invite across. Where is he?
Yeah, please.
We've got Nibs in, Bobo's in, and Oliver does have an invite. So we
Yeah, I suppose
have,
we
yeah, we've
can
got,
crack on with who we have, and
yeah, P3 and P2.
if he doesn't want to come in, that's fair enough.
So yeah, we'll start with Bobo. Good evening, Bobo. How are you?
Good evening, man. Good evening. I'm good, man. I'm good.
It was an interesting race.
It was.
What happened then? What happened on, was it lap 1, lap 2, something like that?
Yeah, lap one. I made the mistake on the what was it? First, second, third corner after the first straight. I broke too late, and yeah, I couldn't do anything then turn in the dead corner, you know, in the dead straight there. And then I lost my yeah, back wing. I don't know what is the name about it, but it was yellow. So that was really tough, man.
You had wing
And
damage.
yeah, I had wing damage in my back. I don't know what it is called.
Yeah, you had rear wing damage and your
Rear
back
wing
was sore.
It was yellow, so every time when I was braking and I wanted to turn, my back was sliding. So I needed to brake really soft, otherwise my yeah, I was sliding away. So that was really difficult when I finally came to the last rounds and I finally yeah, made the gap really close to Captain and Alova Richie. But yeah, I couldn't do much. But it was close in the end, so but GG's to them. And I had like an incident, I think, with Asso Basso. I don't know what happened, man. They braked really early, and they had some incident, I believe, And then I think I touched him in the back really slightly, and then he was into the wall. So that was really unfortunate for him.
Race
I
man.
feel sorry for him.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. No, it was a good performance. Obviously, we didn't know on stream that you had rear wing damage, so that probably explains a lot as to why you were suffering so badly when you got to the back of Captain Nibs and Oliver.
Yeah. Did you guys see me sliding? Like in
Yeah,
the,
your
Yeah,
exits were terrible, and
yeah,
I couldn't figure it out.
it was so tough.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Obviously,
yeah,
that explains a lot. Probably explains why you looked so
yeah, it
unsteady.
was a little bit damaging control. Don't lose too much points to captain. So, Allura Richie, thank you for the win. You
No,
helped me a little bit.
it was a good end to that race. It was a good
Yeah,
end to the
indeed.
race for you. Especially
Yeah,
being,
indeed.
I think, like 0.016 or something ridiculous over the line to captain. I think maybe
Yeah, it was really close.
an extra 50 meters, it definitely would have been interesting, that's for sure. So,
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
again, though, Boris, another podium, points,
Yes.
points in the championship. You've limited the difference that
And
Nibs could have grabbed.
big points for Visa Cap
Yeah,
because Claymore did really well as well. So I'm really happy for him. And he struggled a lot this season, and he did really well today. So I'm really happy for him.
yeah, Clay did have a brilliant drive, and like you say, that'll be good for your constructors
Indeed.
championship fight with Haas,
And Red
which
Bull.
and Red Bull. Yep, correct. There's some good battles going on between different championships in terms of drivers and constructors. So, do you have anything to
Indeed.
add, Dan?
No, summed it up perfectly.
Beautiful. So yeah, thanks for joining us, Bobo.
No
No
worries,
doubt
man.
we'll be
Thanks
speaking to you
for the
over the next
tips.
couple of weeks.
Yes, man.
We will now join Nibs RP2 this evening. Good evening,
Cool.
Captain Nibs.
Good evening. So I'm choking. Ooh.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. Thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Obviously, bit of an interesting race as well for you.
Yeah.
We thought that you're in a pretty good position, obviously, once Bo had some damage, and I believe Oliver did at one point. We didn't realise at the
Uh,
time that you'd had damage as well, so obviously that explains a lot to us. But talk us through it from that point onwards.
Well, start of the race, I got a pretty good start. I thought about going around the outside Bobo, but it wasn't worth it. Thought I'd wait until the DRS, get to turn two, and I see Oliver and Richie spun it, and obviously Bobo stopped, and I think I was the reason he got. I crashed into the back of him and lost my front wing as well. So that's why we all had to pit. I did try and stay out, but it just turned. The car was awful.
Yeah,
Thought I'd pit when the safety car came out and stay on the hards and hope for the best, really. So,
as
but
soon as you lose any piece of your wing round here, it's not very easy at all to go
yeah,
long distances. So you've done a really good job in deciding to pit and basically reclawing that race back. It wasn't easy for any of you.
no, I got more damage as well. I'm behind Scotty. I think they did a blur into the castle section and they didn't ghost quick enough, and I lost my entire front wing. I think that was the end of that bit. So I had to pit again. The only tyres I had left were the mediums that I started the race on. So I thought I might as well just put them on, and if there's another safety car, I got a set of brand new softs. But there wasn't one, and I just kept trying to keep up with Oliver Ritchie and keep his DRS, because if I'd lost that, I think Bobo would have had me, to be fair. That would have been game over.
It was yeah, it was extremely close. Obviously, riding on board with you two as you went across the line was ridiculous. It was
I was trying to keep Bobo to the left because Oliver Ritchie was on the right, and I was gaining. Every time he moved, he was moving over the track, and every time he came in front of me, it gave me a little bit more of the stream and let me pull in front of him. So I was trying to push Bobo to the left a little bit so he couldn't get the slipstream.
you done
I didn't
exactly
want
what
to
you
push him.
needed to do. It's very very smart to be fair, mate. And again,
Close.
it's points gained in the championship. And
Yeah, I think Bobo got fastest lap though in the end. Only get two.
I'm not, I'm not sure. I didn't quite catch the end, to be fair, mate. I was more interested in catching your little battle going across the line. But again, it's another good performance considering obviously what happened during the race. So well done, Nibs. Obviously,
Well done, Bobo. Hard man.
anything to add there, Dan?
No,
But fair enough.
you're on fire
Yeah,
tonight, Harry.
Um,
said enough. I think he's had enough excitement for one day.
me?
Uh, thingy.
What, Dan?
Thingy.
I forgot his name. Yeah, Dan. So my mind went blank then.
Thingy. I like that nickname,
Thingy.
No,
Thingy.
I
Thingy
think
Bob.
to
What
hang
do you
on,
call it?
to the mediums for so long, with fast guys up front and behind, albeit on hairs, but they would have felt a lot better. That was
So my
decent.
medium, the rears were absolutely done. My
Yeah,
exits. I think the only reason I kept Bobo behind is because he had that wind damage. So
yeah.
Yeah.
the exits of his corner.
But again,
That's why I was pulling away.
you can't help the hands that you've been dealt during the race. So you've done what you needed to do and walked away with a really good result. And like I say, some more points gained on Bobo. So that's all that really matters at this stage of the season.
Been nice for the win.
So good performance, bud. So well done. We'll probably be speaking to you, I would imagine, over the next couple of weeks.
Well, hopefully. It's Singapore next week, so yeah, got that trip.
It's it is a lovely track, Singapore. So we will quickly just join with Oliver. Good evening, Oliver. How are you? It's good. Tough race. Obviously, it was yo-yoing about who would looks like the favourite to win that race. Obviously, dropping back behind Nibs and everything else that happened there. You must have been sweating the last sort of 5-6 laps.
I thought you were going
Yeah,
silent.
I thought that was the response.
Yeah, so did I.
And thanks everyone for joining us.
Just,
Go ahead.
no, we're still trying to interview you, mate.
It's called a joke.
Let's
Crack on.
let's try again. So, obviously, talk us through that race from your perspective, follower. Obviously, it looked like quite a difficult race in terms of lots of accidents happening and losing front wings. The last 5 or 6 laps, that must have been quite a pressure situation for you to make sure that you were doing everything you needed to. Yeah. Yeah, obviously we didn't quite catch what happened to your front wing. Obviously all we saw was you with no... Ah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. It's a great battle though between you and Nibs for a lot of the race, and then obviously Bobo decided to join. When you saw Bobo approaching, did you think that you'd be able to hang on, or was it sort of... That strategy has certainly paid off for you, Oliver. Obviously another good performance from you since obviously coming into the league. You've taken quite a few podiums, had some really good results. Quali pace is really, really good. It's obviously up there with a lot of the faster drivers in the league. But again, just very impressive drive to finish the lap on 20 lap old hards and take the race win from Nibs, obviously a very quick driver, and Bobo, your championship leader. So great result. Anything to add there, Dan?
No, perfect. I think, yeah, I think the lads were P16, 17, 18 at one point, ended up on the podium is, yeah, uh, as I've alluded to several times, best of luck in Tier 1 next season.
100% agreed. 100% agreed.
Looking forward to
Wanted
it.
to stay in Tier
Quite
3,
enjoying it.
sorry, but
Yeah, Nibs, you felt your
I
own.
like racing on a Friday, man.
Yeah. What did he say?
I can't hear.
Yeah,
yeah,
Bobo needs to
exactly.
go in his own league.
No.
Oh, Bobo,
I'm ready,
Bobo.
bro. I'm
He needs to
ready.
go in the
Let's
league
go.
above fucking Tier 1.
Yeah,
Like, he needs
Bobo
to
will.
win
ready,
an
man.
elite Tier 1 league.
Yeah,
Honestly, the
Bobo
pace that
will.
the guy's got
Yeah,
over the past few weeks is insane.
I'm ready.
yeah. Ready for a humbling. It's, a,
Bye.
it's the
Exactly.
snake pit, as I call it. Anyway,
Yeah.
perfect. That's it for round. I'm going to say 11.
It is round 11, correct. Well done.
Round 11. That is the end of the weekend. Join us all again Friday night, 8:30 for Singapore for Tier 1 and 2, and 8 o'clock Sunday for Singapore Tier 3.
Absolutely fantastic. Good evening, guys. And, yeah, see you next week. Slotman over and out.